Hi, my name is Brian LaPayower, and this is LaPayower Report Returns. On today's program, my guest today is the host, producer, manager, editor, director, entertainer of the program seen on Staten Island Community Television, LiveThatSINY, Eye of the Infamous King Jah Dreddz. Am I saying it right? Infamous King Jah Dreddz?
You got it right
Infamous?
the second time.
Okay.
But you left out one thing. You left out the legend.
Oh, no. I'm deeply sorry.
It's not on there. Don't worry about it.
I thought Bob Marley was a legend.
Yeah, but I'm representing Bob Marley today, so I'm
Okay.
representing a legend today.
Well, that's Bob Marley, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. We have
If they know who Marley is, they know.
infamous King Jah Dreddz. Funny. I didn't know I had royalty on the show.
Aha. Because I ain't got my crown on. See, if I have to put my crown on, then your viewers will know you got some royalty here. Maybe I will put my crown on and let them
Okay.
see just exactly, you know,
Oh, my God.
how we just flip it up. You know what I'm saying? Now.
Yes. All right. King Jah Dreddz. What do you really prefer?
I like Jah Dreddz, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I prefer the total package combined
Yes.
instead of just Jah
Gotcha.
or instead of just Dreads, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A lot. But since I moved here from Brooklyn, everybody seems
Oh,
to
you're from
call
Brooklyn.
me.
What part of Brooklyn? I was from Brooklyn, too.
I'm from Bushwick, I'm from Canarsie, I'm from Flatbush.
Isn't Joey Legs still from Canarsie? Jackie Legs? I don't know what they call him.
I have no idea, because I'm trying to figure out who's Jackie Legs.
Jackie Legs from Canarsie. It's a joke. I don't know if everybody's ever. I don't think you've ever called the movie Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah.
He stole the money and he's not giving it back. They had Anthony Anderson and the other actor. He was in Lean on Me. Not Jerry Superman. Jerry O'Connell.
Oh, Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell.
Okay.
Jerry O'Connell and Anthony Anderson. 2003 movie, Kangaroo Jack. So anyway, Jah Dreddz, please tell the viewers about yourself.
Well, you know, you pretty much summed it up when you announced, you know, I host a show called LiveThatSINY. The CINY is for Staten Island, New York.
Okay.
We primarily try to focus on the issues that's going on out here and the artists and, you know, just people of importance and people that have just social issues, you know. I just recently started an All Lives Matter series going on.
Okay.
What our first episode was with Will Smith, talking
Okay.
about NYCHA, New York City Housing Authority, and you know all the issues he have in his handicap accessible apartment that's not handicap accessible for him.
Now, just for the inquiry minds here, Will Smith is a person with a disability. I did saw that episode that was played recently on TV. He had a guest on. I don't recall the secondary guest, but he did a rolling footage featuring a person by the name of Will Smith, not the actor.
Yeah.
And he was in a motorized scooter, and he was living in a apartment. And when I saw that footage, it was, I mean, I assume that you were the cameraman, correct?
Cameraman, once again, the equipment man, the director, you know what I'm saying? So
What was it like for you being in the apartment with Mr. Will Smith?
it was kind of stifling because I'm claustrophobic, and then you see how everything was just pushed up in your face. It was like really no room to breathe. And then the air was not fresh, you know. There was fumes in the air. Fumes from the feces and stuff that was around. There was a smashed rack on the floor. So
Oh my God.
you know, on top of when we first got there, all the windows was closed. So, you know, we had to really let it air out a little bit. Even in the video, you see Will Smith left out of there, left his house. He didn't even lock the door. You see, he was gone. That's how bad he wanted to get up out of there. So that's one aspect of what I bring. You know, it's going on my anniversary.
Okay.
So we can talk about that. I'm going to make my year anniversary here this 4th
Okay.
of July. I'm glad you got that American
yes.
flag up.
Can we go to camera one, please? Just want to show. This episode is going to be airing, or hopefully in July. And I do brought this here to honor Independence Day, July 4th, 2016. as well as the other July 4th. So
Give me some spray
to everyone
paint.
out there, happy
Make
Independence Day.
LiveThatSINY on there.
Live that
'cause
scene.
It's our anniversary, and we're
Thank
about
you.
to do something big. Hopefully, you'll come through. You definitely got to come to CINY.
Okay.
And here, when I do my show, this is CINY, like 2020.
Okay.
When I'm over there, it's CINY Wood, like Hollywood. So you
Okay.
let me know which one of these venues you want to come to, and you definitely have an open invitation.
Okay. What got you started with the idea Live That Scene?
I started a show called Live That. If you look online, I started on the web.
Okay.
And I used to just be in the streets, just head on, just going at them with different issues. And I noticed that they had the training here for the television studio. So I came in for the training, but I came in with the intentions of trying something totally different, doing a news program.
Okay.
Because we have two news programs in Brooklyn. We have Brooklyn 12, and then we have...
You mean News 12 Brooklyn? Yeah, News 12 Brooklyn.
Right.
That's actually through Cablevision, Rainbow Media.
Right, but
And the other one is, which one is that?
New York One.
New York One. No, that's for the parent company, Time Warner Cable.
Right, and we don't have nothing like that out here. You know what?
We did actually, believe it or not, Staten Island did had at one point Staten Island 76, but unfortunately, they just dropped the programming on the network, so they basically switched over to like other things. Unfortunately, I'm not a subscriber of Time Warner Cable. I apologize to the viewers out there. I have different carrier, which obviously the competitor.
Oh, don't
they
feel
call it.
bad. I'm a subscriber, but I'm a legal subscriber. Okay?
Okay.
I carry a Mexican name with
Oh,
my.
yeah. What's your Mexican name?
I can't tell it.
Okay.
Jose Louis. Keep it to yourself. But
Ay, Dios mío. Okay.
it's a beautiful thing. To come off the web, to come into television, I'm able to reach out to more people, actually. You would think there's more people on the internet, but there's more teenagers on the internet. And, a lot of my issues are for the little bit more mature-minded folks. Not saying teenagers not mature-minded, but, they're looking for what they're looking for right now. I used to be a teenager also.
Well, we all were.
Right, so, I try to include them also. Live That Scene is a family show.
Okay.
Where I try to bring the whole family is involved. My children are involved, well, I should say my son. He works as a director sometimes, he works as a camera person, and half the time you'll see him sitting next to me. He just graduated junior high school. Another prevalent issue was 61.
Okay.
IS 61.
That's the I think Markham on College Avenue.
It's on Castleton.
Okay, definitely different school. I apologize about that.
Yeah, it's the William Morris School, William A. Morris. There's been a thing where they're presenting themselves as a performing arts school, but the majority of the students come from my neighborhood, which is middle class, or the ghetto, you might as well say.
In the ghetto.
In the ghetto. But
and my mother cried.
From the
Elvis
ghetto.
Presley.
Elvis Presley had a ghetto song. That's a whole nother show right there.
Absolutely. But going to your neighborhood. I mean, the people going to
kids,
IS 61.
The children from my neighborhood, they make up 90% of the population at IS 61. But guess what? They're not included in the performing arts program.
Why is that?
Because they're considered zone students.
Okay.
So that's the services that they give them.
Do you feel that's actually neglected by the school district? I mean, there's only one district in Staten Island, which is District 31. Do you feel that the students that go to that school, even though they're from several different zones, are being neglected?
Yes, I feel very strongly they're being neglected and they're being limited. You might have the next Mozart, you might have the next Debbie Allen, you might have the next anybody there, everybody's somebody, and they're not given that opportunity as everybody else is. I had 3 children that attended there. None of my children was involved in any of the performing arts program, actually.
Really? Why is that? Do any of them play musical instruments or anything?
No, they don't.
No?
And that's a a big thing with my argument is they should be instructing them and, you know, nurturing them in this stuff. They feel that these kids supposed to come there with this talent. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
you know,
I know that how it feels.
it goes back to the kids that live in these neighborhoods. Their parents can't afford them to send to these little workshops and, you know, these training programs, you know, and the school should be offering this stuff basically for free. We're talking public education. You have these teachers that go to college and they have these degrees in these areas. So why can't they instruct these students and teach them how to play an instrument, teach them how to project their voice the right way, you know?
You're absolutely right. I remember in junior high school, my 6th grade, and I remember seeing people in the music class. And obviously, most of the students, they must have, you know, I guess they have what you call took music lessons. I mean, throughout, you know, at least the public school year, from kindergarten up to about 5th grade until they graduated, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
elementary school is where it starts at, but in elementary school, you basically play the flute, what they call,
Right.
they call it a different name.
Yeah. I think it's not cello, it's,
It's such a stupid name.
Okay.
The kids come home talking
Piccolos.
about they gotta pay for this, and you're like, what are you paying for? And it's basically a flute, okay?
yeah.
So they teach you the basics with the flute, and they teach you the basics with your voice and singing.
Yeah.
Now, when I got in junior high school, that's when I started playing the trombone, I started playing the saxophone, and I started playing, did I say the trombone already?
I think it's a trombone.
All right, and
Saxophone
the
and
horn. I can't think of that horn.
brass horn,
It's like a bugle.
Okay.
The trumpet.
the trumpet.
Right. I used to play the trumpet. But that's when I got introduced to it, and I mean, it was to the point, the most you really had to do was buy your mouthpiece for those brass instruments, and the wooden piece that you needed for the,
Right.
I can't think of the word, but the saxophones and stuff. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
And that was it. You know, and that basically was maybe $2, $1, a quarter, or whatever.
Right.
And mouthpieces, you can find those cheap also.
Okay.
They're not being given no type of opportunity at 61. The only thing they're talking about at 61 is this right here, is money and bringing more money to the school.
Absolutely.
But they're not applying it anywhere.
You're absolutely right, though. The funding for the money should go to things that's really important with the school, at least to the students, just to help them out. I mean, technology has changed. I mean, especially among the ages, though. We didn't have like the computers that we have right now, cameras that
right.
the old also you know, the DSLR type of cameras, though. We didn't have it back then. We had like at least until about at least the early 2000s. We were like dealing with like film cameras and everything. The flashes were always around and everything.
I don't even know how do you classify those cameras. I guess I would call those silent film, like Charlie Chaplin's, because they were just so.
Not those type. I mean, the sound film. During the sound film era, all it did was they had they had like basically just rotate.
But that's what
around
it
film.
basically was. It was so bulky, and the computers. The most we can do is "Are you in?" and then some crazy little graphic come up there.
Right.
Okay, and that was it. And then you could probably print out that crazy little graphic that came out.
Right.
And that was it. You know, we didn't have an internet. We didn't have a Facebook. We didn't have none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, internet. I had an internet until at least about 1995, 96. That was when when the modems on computers were
You
like
were
at least
very
slow
lucky.
speeds.
Okay.
I was very fortunate. I think that my fast modem was 20.8 until it went to 56.6. When the speeds got a little quicker, though, I had like at the time a second phone line. To
I'm
support the
completely
internet.
computer illiterate.
You're
so,
completely illiterate?
It's like you're talking a foreign language right now to me.
I apologize, though, but
It's
yeah,
okay.
It's weird. I really, really wish I used technology more efficient, not like it's being used today, though, because one thing I cannot do with today's technology, I do not know how to make at least a website. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to make a website. I usually just use Facebook. MySpace at the time was considerably hard. I mean, it's a lot of,
Yeah, I used to get
process
my
you
little
gotta do, but
cousins and my little
I don't even know
family
how to do
that.
C++ either. That's another program that's used today.
I told you stop talking French. I don't talk this language
Merci
right here.
beaucoup.
I am so illiterate when it comes to computer. It's like I just look at it. I still type with one finger. Beep, beep, bop, bop, boop, 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 and I get everything done that needs to get done.
Well, let me go back to musical instruments, King. You said that you were playing the saxophone, the trumpet.
Yeah.
Who were your influences on those instruments?
Actually, I didn't even have no influence. I was just
No
an inner
influence?
city kid. Yeah, when it came to those instruments, I didn't have no influence because I was born in '75, so we didn't
Okay.
have no famous African American saxophone player or no famous African American trumpet player. You know what I'm saying? They probably was some,
I
but
think
not.
they were.
Yeah,
I can just take a look it up right now.
they're very prevalent, but not in my neighborhood and not in my school lessons. So, you know, we didn't know about these people. It's not like cable is now or the internet, like we were saying, when it just opens a highway of stuff, you know. You had to have an encyclopedia, and 9 times out of 10, the encyclopedia didn't have a picture of this person.
No.
So you had to just, you know, use your imagination is a big word that people don't use today. I was more motivated to play the instrument from church, actually.
Okay. Like
know.
gospel and choir.
Yeah, my family comes from down south. We come from Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
And, you know, down there is like when you go to the church, you have the organ. The organ is the most powerful thing in there, and the drums, you know what I'm saying? Then you might have somebody with the guitar. But if you go to the real old churches there, okay, you have the former Army people, let's say armed forces. They played for the Army bands back then, like to entertain themselves for Civil War time, like my grandfather age and stuff.
Right.
But they come to the church and they play these instruments there, you know, and then if they're outside in the park or whatever, they're playing live there. So, you know, they were my influences because they were the only people that I ever seen play these instruments, okay?
Yeah.
It was just an opportunity, you know, was presented to me. The same way I feel these opportunities should be presented to these kids in present days, you know.
Right.
Instead of limiting them, you know.
Okay. Well, according to what it says here on Wikipedia on their African American music here, during the 1970s, a group called the Dozens, an urban African American tradition of using playing rhyme ridicule, developed into street drive in the 1970s, which turned into inspire a new form of music in the 1970s, such as, of course, the early, I guess they're talking about the hip hop. That was like because hip hop came out in at least early 70s.
I mean, hip hop was always there, you know. It's just a different name, you know. They probably called it something else back in the day. Skabop, skabap, skajazz, skajazz. That is R&B, that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm wrong here. The Dozens actually is a game spoken into words between two contestants, common in the black communities, where we're all insults.
You're talking about your mama jokes?
Yeah, such as hiking, roasting, capping, clowning, ranking, ragging, sounding, checking, joining, woofing.
Yeah, your mama's so ugly, all of those jokes.
Yes. Yeah, the old mama jokes, yes.
And then it could go to you, your breath so stink, it just floats around. But that is what that is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and some of those jokes get out of hand where you like use a video game character like you gotta find something to use with, I don't know, Goro from Mortal Kombat, because he had those arms.
It depends on the person's, what do they call it?
Personality.
No, they're just patient. Because you know, some people have just a thin veil there. You can't say too much. Like, my mother with her one eye, and then they're like, what? You said my mother got one eye? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Okay. What's going to happen on the next live episode of Live at Cine? What do you gonna have for that show?
The next show I have, like, we're on a countdown for my anniversary. So right now it's just like we're snatching people just from here, there, everywhere, just like you snatch a fruit off the tree. Okay. Hopefully we'll have some footage of a yoga class that's going on out here, because you know, I try to keep my hands in everything.
Yoga, I thought you said yogurt. Okay, so it's yoga.
Yoga.
Yes.
I have some returning guests that's supposed to come back. I had a young man named Sandor Barnes. He went to school with me. Sandor, excuse me.
Okay.
He went to school with me, known his brother for 25, 30 years. We went to high school together. Okay. But I interviewed him. He recently became a CEO of a company, a music company, but he didn't have his music, so he couldn't perform. So that's coming up. And hopefully I'll be getting you on there soon, so that'll be coming up.
Oh, that'll be great.
I guess that'll be your
Do you want me to address this right now? I mean, this is like, the business casual one, like the talk show.
No,
you want me to be leisure? Want me to be leisure?
Yes.
Okay, I can be leisure.
Yes, be a leisure.
I was definitely leisure. If anyone has seen me dressed as leisure, I was on the Home Base Variety Show through Hector Bosa. He's the host producer of that show. Any show that I mentioned on the on this broadcast here, if you want more information, please contact Staten Island Community Television. You could check them, just search them online.
Yeah, and write me a letter.
Yes.
Give them the whole address. Write me a letter. Tell them you want to see me on TV more.
Yes.
'Cause I don't think I'm on TV enough, but we getting there. It's only my first year here, and it's a blessing. I will say.
Well, me, I was somewhat in semi-retirement until you asked me to have you as a guest, and voila.
Guess what?
I'm out of
Look
retirement.
at all of these awards he got here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He got so many awards sitting up here. He should have never been retired.
Yeah, well, one of the awards right here, if we go to my camera, this is the, it's not the original 2013 award. The original award, the top of the ornament, the plastic, it was like plastic, and it broke off, so I had to find a replacement one. So this is not the real genuine 2013 Volunteer Nova Award, because they gave this all the producers, so I had to find a makeup award. Another, the 2014 right here is actually for legit, and as well as the volunteer of the year, but it was enhanced.
Yeah, I
and
like
for
that.
anyone wondering about the help wanted here, I'm looking for an intern. The intern has to be at least younger than me. More information about the intern, just contact me via email.
Let me borrow that sign.
Oh,
'Cause
sure.
I need an intern too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It's very people don't understand when we're in the studio and we're doing so much. It's so hard to conduct a normal life, and you're the host of the show, but
Yes.
you're the producer also.
Yes,
and
I am.
that's the biggest part is the production. So
Correct.
you have to make sure everything is together. Your set, your artist here, your engineer out there is on point. So. Intern is warranted. I've been saying I need one for a while. Hopefully.
Well, actually, intern part's a joke here. I had a guest that was on my program. His name was Joe Barry, and there was on that program. This was done back in October of 2014. I didn't have this table company on the desk, and I had to tell the viewers that there's no intern. There was actually a joke from our former president, Bill Clinton.
Oh, okay.
When he had Monica Lewinsky, but that's the whole other ball game right
okay,
there, bro.
okay.
So that's why I said there's no intern on the program here. Anything else, John, that you want to mention? Anything else?
Look out for my web series coming soon. Live life without limitations, with no limitations. We haven't decided the proper title that we're going to use, the official, but look out for that.
Okay.
I'm playing 3 characters in there. And
Okay.
It's going to be, all of my stuff is going to be tight. Hopefully we could get you a part in there. But you got to wear
That'd be
urban wear.
great.
Okay? You got to wear urban.
I'll wear urban.
We will not typecast you as a security guard. We will not typecast you as
Don't rhyme with security here. I was a security guard at one point here, and I'd be happy. I just want to let everyone, viewers know out there that being security was not the best decision of my life, though. I just gotta say that what I'm doing now, though, is I'm trying to get my life back in order. But no more security guard jobs.
It's just one day at a time. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So that's the most you can do. That's what they say. When they say doing the most, you're doing the most. So just get yourself, breathe.
Yes.
And exhale. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely right.
What a lot of people don't take the time to do.
Yes.
But I did want to mention another prevalent issue on my show is the homeless issue that we have in St. George.
Okay.
I didn't find it, feasible that they're building a high-end mall and they're building, this giant Ferris wheel there.
Yes.
And then you have these people sleeping on the grounds and the benches and eating out the garbage cans.
It's funny that this was mentioned on the our director here, Guy K. Comier. I was a guest on his show, Guy K. Comier Stories here, and the backdrop we had was about the Ferris wheel and everything. And now to come to think about, between the last time I was on his show and now, though, I'm kind of skeptical that if the wheel itself was physically a good idea, or it's going to be a bad idea. But but right now that's going to be on for another show and everything.
Yeah.
King, I definitely want to thank you for coming on the program.
Oh, anytime.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
If anyone out there wants to make any physical contact with you, how can any viewer do that?
You can go to my Facebook, LiveThatSINY. You can go to Jah Dreddz on Facebook. You can go to LiveThatSINY at yahoo.com, LiveThatSINY at Gmail. You can go to my YouTube channel, LiveThatSINY. You know, we just keep it official. Or you can also check out my old show, Live That. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to get in contact with me, call me at 555-777-1212.
Can't really get phone numbers out. You know that. Well, anyway, for anyone out there, I just want to thank all the viewers that have been watching the program. If anyone out there wants to find more information about me, they could contact me here at the studio, or they could email me at lapayowerreport@gmail.com. I'd like to thank our technical director, Guy Comey, staff and crew in the studio, and the accounting firm of AGC Advisors. To all our viewers watching today, I'm Brian LaPayower, and this was LaPayower Report. Thank you for watching.
You're going so fast. You know, you start, man.